Welcome everybody. It's 4:15 in the morning and I'd like to welcome you to the Sweet Pea Papers Crafty Christmas in July 24. Now this is our 4th annual Crafty Christmas in July, or Christmas in July, and the event runs from July 1st to July 31st. We've got 25 collaborators, each committing to 4 videos for the month of July as a minimum. So that's going to be more than 100 videos for you. My project is looking pretty big, so I'm going to say 25 videos. If not, I'll make another small project. The drawing's going to be August 1st. We're going to have a drawing at the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. So let me go to the next one. It goes into detail how you can enter. To enter the drawing, post your pictures of your Christmas projects using the hashtag CraftyChristmasInJuly24 in the Sweet Pea Papers or the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook groups. Now, each post equals 1 entry, and you can post in both groups at the same time and double your chances. Let me go back to this first one, because I neglected to tell you that the wonderful collaborators, their links are going to be right below the video. They're going to be all listed with their YouTube channels, so make sure to click on those and check out their projects, okay? And they're the lifeblood of this collaboration, obviously the collaborators, and so I want to make sure to spread the love and have you go watch their videos too. And speaking of spreading the love, our generous designers, without which this event also could not have happened, they donated at least 1 kit, most of them more than one, to the collaborators for them to use, so they'd have something to make for this collaboration. So our designers are Line Dot Arrow, Cara Brandon Creations, Nonstop Paper Crafts, Crafty Dragon Creations, Natty and Moon, Studio 28E Journal Creations, The Trucking Scribe, Beauty and Books Co., our company, I'm sure, and to find their shops, under the video there's going to be a link that says designers, and then you're going to click on that Linktree link, and that's going to open a page for you, and then there's going to be a link to each shop, okay? And then you can go there and check it out. I'm sure they're going to be having sales the month of July, and they may even have the Christmas kits on sale. I haven't asked them about that, but I'm thinking it's probably a possibility, and it would be smart of them if they did. So that's all we're going to do, this little fast run through in this video. And in the other video, the July preview video that came out on June 29th, I believe, is going to have a lot more details. So check that video out if you want me to go in depth on that. Okay, so now, oops, I'm having trouble with my papers here. Now, where we left off here, I went back and added this tree with this ribbon. I glued the ribbon to this little tree and put it on there. And I might put something on the tree, like some sort of decoration itself. I don't know. I guess I could use liquid pearls and go back and put little white Christmas balls on there. So I'll leave that out, because I'll have to wait until we get done with this whole section and then go back and do that, because I'll have to sit and let that sit open. I did go back and trim this little leaf off because it's sticking up on the front side looked good, but on the back side it looked kind of silly just sticking up there. So we're going to ignore this one for right now, because we're going to wait and see how thick we are by the time we get done to decide whether we're going to put one more piece on the front of this. So then we're going to go to what I labeled 1, 2, and 3 for this video. So video number 1, we're going to have a flip out envelope. I like these, especially with the black envelopes, because you don't have to paper the back. So we're going to paper the front of this envelope. This is going to be the paper for the page, which we're going to have to trim. And this is going to be the card that goes in between. Remember, we've got the pocket here. Okay? So, paper. So now the whole deal with this is that we get to trim it off on this side, and then that will center this automatically for us because I checked it. I'm going to cut that right there. Well, it'll pretty much center it. It'll look better, more centered than it does, that's for sure. So it's going to look like that. I'm going to ink it. This is only May. I'm filming this in May because I've got a big design team project coming up in June. So I need to film this early. I can't wait and film it in June. So hopefully the details remain the same. Well, I'm going to be in big trouble, aren't I? If for some reason you look under the video and the details are different, it's because I filmed this in May. Now we've got our black envelope, and we're going to paper the front of that. I love this picture. So we're going to put that on the front of here. That'll give us a little bit of writing space there. Do it here. Then we're going to cut it here. I think that looks nice. Instead of a writing space there, I wish we had the words. I think we do. Merry Christmas. No, we don't. We do have Santa Claus. We could put that there with a piece of the white stuff. Okay, let's ink this. Could probably go back and put liquid pearls on the ball, the one at the end of his hat, the point of his hat, the white. So I would have to put it on, wait for it to dry, put it on the Christmas tree, wait for that to dry. So those are things you have to keep in mind if you're making the book for somebody on a commission or something like that. You have to figure in the time that it's going to take for you to do things like that when you figure in the time that it's going to take you to make the book to sell it to them. A little narrow, so let's center it as well as we can. This is Christmas greetings, I like that. Let's I had a honey bun about 2 hours ago. I think I'm ready for some cereal. I'm gonna put that there. Okay. Then we're going to trim this. We'll glue it on here. I'm going to have to put a magnet. I wonder if we can stick it inside. Silly. See how far I can slide it in with the tape on it. Cool. Don't know why I didn't think of that on the other one. So let's close this. Let's put our magnet on the back. We're still going to put something on the back of the envelope. I'm going to put a card in here. Then I think what we'll do is we'll make a thin belly band here. With a thin little card. Oh, look at that. That piece is just perfect. Okay, let's get our piece of acetate. Those are too short. This one might be just right. Almost. All right, this is a 1-inch wide piece of lace, so we want to measure the length. We're going to cut it 1 inch wide first. You know, though, if I put it closer to here, then I could stick something in here better. So let's do it across here. Then we can put some of those little miniature cards where Natalie from Line Arrow made the little mini cards. Remember, I'm using Cozy Christmas, and I'm also using a December to Remember. Some of the backing papers. So we'll glue this on here and then we'll trim it off. What would it look like if you could see it? Oh yeah, let's pull it over a little bit. We're still covering the plastic, but we're letting just a little bit of the lace peek out to the front. Then I should put a black ribbon down the center. Let's cut this. Let's get our black ribbon, our thin ribbon. Okay. Put that here, down to here. Whoops. Okay. Shoot. Now you can see the magnet, darn it. Okay, so then we'll take some of these little cards. Where'd they go? Or tags, I mean. I wonder if I can put one of these in there. So then I could start at the middle with a bigger one. Sure I can. And then go downwards. Like so. And should I put one more? I can always print more of these tiny tags. Okay, so I just have to ink these, which I'll come back and do. And curve this back a little bit so it lays flatter. Yep, those all fit right in there. Very cute. And then we've got some of the super mini stuff. We could put this on here. And put something on the plaid one. And this has got a heart on it. So then we'll skip that one and we'll put something on that one because I have to matchy-matchy. So we'll do that on those. On here, I want to put an acetate band across the top here so we can make a tuck. So let's see. Now I can get this one back out again. I'm going to put lace over it, I think. I don't know though, I kind of like the top of the page there. You know, where it says order blank and all that. However, I did leave the black dots on there because I was going to put lace on it. So we could make the top match this over here. If I have some of that lace left, I do. But I also have a piece of this. I think I'm going to save this for a long piece going vertically somewhere. I want to cut it up into small pieces. When I've got this, which will fit right over that acetate, right above the word order blank. Okay, that works. Oh, where did I put the piece of acetate? Now I've lost it. Oh, here it is. And then I'll come back and make a card for this. And we'll put glue down the center. Right up against there. So a little bit of the acetate's going to show, but that allows us to see the word order blank. Okay. Believe it or not, I'm saving all those little scraps. My friends have convinced me that I need them. For the clusters that I never do. Okay, so we've got the matchy-matchy that I like. We may even have this tag would fit, but this postcard would fit as well. So let's put the postcard in. And I like that Natalie puts the dark lines around because my Scan and Cut really likes that. Then I put this on the back so that you could write on it. Remember, we're still just putting the thin line of the black around just to accent it. We're not doing a big well, except for right there where I made a mistake, but we're not going to do the big rounded, you know, tinted corners and all that. So we're going to put this here, but we're not going to push it up all the way. We're just going to put it right here. We don't want it to get caught in the glue. So we're just going to put it right there. I'll make a card for in there. And I'll gussy up those. So then we've got that, and then we're going to glue it in the book. So see, you see the lace behind here, and then you see the lace up here. So that's a win-win for me. We remembered our magnet. You can still see it a little bit when you take those little tags out. But because I had to erase over it, and so I pushed down over the outline, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to see it. So just a thought for you for yours. And remember, you can use any paper you want. You don't even have to make this a Christmas lapbook. You can make this lapbook into any kit that you want. This would be a great Victoria Designs kit project because they're just going to be so many pages. And this kit has close to 100 pages, which is about double a Victoria Designs kit. What do I got here going on? Now, you got to be careful with this paper because your glue eraser can make your paper fuzzy. So you don't want to do that. In other words, you don't want to rub too hard and too far down. You just want to clean it up. I didn't realize I had as much glue on the front as I had. Must have had some seepage. Didn't notice. There we go. Now there is some right there, and I tried to get it off and it started to get fuzzy, so I just left it. I'm not going to do anything with it. Now we've got this card that we need to make. And I have to make more little note cards because I'm out. Okay, so we want to make sure we have this part. So we put this part in the pocket. Whether it's right side up or upside down. You know, if it had been over here, we would have put it in upside down so that we had that corner. Then we cut it about 1/8 of an inch short. And try that first for the height. Yeah, and the way this is glued, we're going to have to make it shorter than that. Still snug. Okay, and we want to cut it off even with the edge because we're going to put a tab on it. We have enough room. So we're not going to have a whole lot of Christmas tree left. We'll have a little bit. Still seems a little where you have to get it just exact to get it in. I think I'm going to make it just a smidge shorter. Not much. I just want it to go in real easy. Yeah, like that. I want it to be even with the page. Okay. Take just about a 1/16 off, and then we'll put our tab on. We'll ink it first, round the corners, all that good stuff. That's cute. And then we've got this on the back, and it's right side up. Thank goodness. When mine printed out, it has the bigger margin and then the smaller margin. For some reason, it has a double margin on one side. When I printed it out, I didn't trim it first. I just put it back in the printer with the larger margin on the top and put it in, and then printed on the back, and it came out right side up. So that's what I did to do that. I'm not sure what the equivalent is on your printer, but that's what I did on mine. Tab on. Now we're not going to glue these sections as we get them done into the book, and I'll tell you why. A, we want to make sure everything fits. There's a lot of sections on this, so we're going to label them where they go, because this is going to be section 2 actually. Remember? And we haven't done the eyelets and the cord for the book in the cover, and I want to make sure that that turns out okay before I glue all these sections that we worked so hard on into the book. So we'll glue these in last. I'll stick this in here, and I'm not going to pull it out until that glue is dry. Okay, I'll finish pushing it in then too. Okay, so we've got that. So now let's go on to this page. Oh, I remember now. It just says pocket. Okay. So this is our paper. I'm going to use this one. Oopsie. I'm going to use this one. And that will give us our snowflake right here. Maybe I'll use that one. I'm going to cut this one in half, and I'm going to cut that down. I'm going to use this one for the pocket. You'll see why in a minute. So let's mark this. Cut it down. A little bit of our mark left. Okay, let's move this out of the way. We're going to cut this. We're going to start here. We're going to cut out to about here. Then we're going to go straight down to about here, and then we'll go straight across, and then we will trim this for size. Let's do that first. I have all these Christmas songs in my head right now. I watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory yesterday or the day before. So now I have that in my head. Oh, you know, an easy way to do this one and make sure it's straight is to use the paper trimmer and just cut straight across. And then I'm going to cut this down So let's ink both of these. And then I'll make a card off camera for this. So that means I have to ink those little tags, front and back. Put a little something on those couple of blank ones from the mini minis. And then make a card for this. So far, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna glue this along here. We've got our big snowflake, and I don't have hardly any words. So don't really have anything to glue here or vertically there, which would probably look better. I have to clean this glue off of here. It's getting bad. Come on. Okay, so we have that one, and then we're not going to have time to do the third one, so we'll start with number 3 in the next video, and then we will decide what to do here as far as the front of this, whether we're just going to do something to it or whether we need to add one more section, you know, to the top to fatten it up a little bit. So we're going to have to get the cover out and take a look and see what's going on. We've got things to put on both sides, so we want to make sure that when we close it, this isn't too thick you know, and bumps up against there, but we don't want it too thin and have a big gap either. So I'm thinking we're going to put one more section on here to make it a little bit thicker. Okay? Okay, so this is what we did this time. I think that looks nice. And I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay? Alrighty, bye-bye.